Hi everyone and welcome to Calm Creations. My name is Tia. Today I want to do a little introduction video on a new project that I'm going to be starting. Well, I've sort of started and following along with Corrine from To Be Loved Treasures by Corrine, and it is building the Mouse Mansion inspired doll's house. So why I thought I would jump on this is because when I was a little girl I had a toy mouse, and he was just my most favourite toy ever. He came everywhere with me. He's been lost on trains and boats and buses and aeroplanes, and he was a mouse. So I'm gonna jump down to the desk and I'm going to show you what I've been doing. Okay, right, this is my mouse. This is Mousie, and my beautiful mother, God love her, every time I lost him she would make phone calls and she would track him down. So I've dug him out of the toy box, and he's probably nearly 50 years old, but he's just been everywhere. He's got big knots in his tail, holes in him, and my mum, you know, often asked if I wanted her to have him restored, and I said no, because he just wouldn't be mousy if you fixed him. Look, it's got my name in his ear. He had pink felt insides to his ears, and he had a mouth, but that's gone. And this is him. So this mouse mansion that Corrine is doing is going to be so much fun. So he's going to be, you know, this is why I'm going to do it, is because I love my Mousie and he's got a lot of history, and that's going to be his childhood. So on the Mouse Mansion website you can buy, let me get it, the pattern to make your own mouse, and you can also buy the knitting patterns to make Julia's dress and Sam's jumper. So I bought the mouse pattern and the knitting patterns, and I've made 2 mice, so I'll show you them. Get that out the way. This is my first little guy, and it was just so much fun to make. I've knitted him a little sweater. I didn't use the knitting pattern from here, I just did my own, and it worked out well. So that's my first little mouse, and he's got a little tail and he stands up. He's very similar to my Mousie. Well, not really, but and so this is Mousie. This is mini Mousie. So he can sit there. And then I've made another one. I've still got to finish it using a different fabric. The stitching's a bit rough on this. I like this one because this fabric, because the stitching is disguised, where this one you can see it. I mean, you can cover it all with clothing and accessories, and but those are my two mice that I've made so far, and they are going to live in at Buttonwood Manor. So that's what I've named their house. So I'll show you what I've got for that. This is a, can I get it up there? A wooden doll's house that I got from work. Now it was $30, but on sale you can get it sometimes for 30% off. So I'm going to build this, and this is going to be Buttonwood Manor, where Mousie's going to live. So this is, I don't have any of the, you can buy, I don't know if you can see, hang on. Oh, you can see all the accessories in the house. I haven't got any of those, but I have been collecting bits and pieces to add to it. So that's my project that I'm going to be working on. It's going to be so much fun. They are just the cutest little folk, and they might have visitors like hedgehogs come and visit. I really am fond of hedgehogs. We don't have them in Australia, but we had them in New Zealand. So they used to get into our woodshed and you could hear them rustling around. These are all my pattern bits that I've cut out, and I've tried a few different fabrics. So that's a bit of stretchy, like t-shirt material. This is the one that I got to make Mousie, so that's what he's made out of. And then I've got t-shirt material for, that's what I've made the other one out of. But I actually prefer that one because, yeah, stitching's disguised. So, and then I've got this one that I thought I might try too. But they're quite thick, so they're very, and you've got to turn the pieces out. I mean, the pattern is fantastic to put together, and but I might have a go at that and see. But I do like the look of this one. So, and then you need some wire. So the body has got wire in it, and I bought this armature wire. It's a Dolan Bear armature wire. Yeah, armature wire, 3mm silver, and it's only a metre. But if you're going to be making lots of mice, then that's not a very economical way to do it. So what I thought I would do is try in my next mouse and use pipe cleaners, because you bend, they've got wire in their arms that go across the body, and then they've got a V-shaped piece of wire that goes up through the body for the legs, and then you've got another piece of wire for the tail, because that's how they stand. They lean on their tail like a kangaroo. So where did that other, oh, that's it there. So that's all I've got left from the meter for making the two. So I might try pipe cleaners and see how that works. But I've got a whole lot of the Row Life miniature kits that you build, and I don't know, there'd be some good bits in there to be able to use at Buttonwood Manor, but I'm not sure of the scale. And then my girls, when they were smaller, collected Sylvanian families, so we've got a big doll's house, the Sylvanian house, and all the accessories and things that came with them. But again, I'm not too sure of the scale. I'll have to, I mean, I'm not going to do it to scale, but if it looks ridiculous next to a mouse, then it won't be going in. But yes, so that's just my little introduction to what I'm going to do as an extra project, because I need more, and yeah, every now and again I might film a little bit of making something, obviously not the mice because that's a paid pattern that you can get from their website. I'll link all of that down below. Corrine's put together a gorgeous little story of Scooter and Skeeter, so, and their adventures and what they'll be up to. So go and watch her video. I'll link that down below as well because it's hilarious. So yes, I will be making lots of little bits and pieces and decorating the house, and it's going to have lots of buttons in it, being Buttonwood Manor. And I've been thinking about how I was going to do it. I was going to do it a lot like, well, not a lot like, but inspired by Bramley Hedge, which is a children's book, and the mice live in a tree, and that's just adorable too. It's very similar to how Mouse Manor's been made, you know, living in the walls. But I like Bramley Hedge. It's a very inspiring, gives you lots of ideas to how you can build things and make it very mouse-like. So I need to finish that little mouse. I'm not too sure whether I'll carry on with that fabric. I think I like this one. I'll just have to push through, and because it was quite hard to get all the bits turned in the right way, and maybe if I enlarge the pattern a little bit and make it a bit bigger, it might not be so hard. But I will definitely take you along and show you what I've been making, and we're going to decorate the house. And because it's flat pack, I thought that I would decorate it before I construct it. I think that might be the easiest way. I'm not too sure yet. I will think about that when I get to it. I'm going to use scrapbooking paper and all sorts to decorate it, but it's going to be, you know, maybe a craft themed house with lots of buttons and lots of little notions. So that is my plan for my project. But be sure to go and check out the Mouse Mansion website. They've got lots of freebies on there as well as the patterns you can buy from them, the die cut, you know, because they've got all the merchandise there. They've got, you know, all the accessories as well that you can buy from their website. So it's certainly going to be fun. But anyway, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Okay, bye.